What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Surviving in Alabama, and today we have to prune some young tomato plants. So I have this. Now I do have pruning shears, I got all that, but on little young plants, scissors work pretty good because they're light and easy to use. All right, let's get to it. But before we do, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow this channel. Subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends. All right, let's prune some tomatoes. Okay, here's what we got right here. Let's see, I've got this whole line to do. I already pruned my other ones, but these over here on this side I have not yet, and they're in desperate need of it. Okay, now you don't want to cannibalize your plants when they get bigger, but when they're smaller and you're trying to train it, this is when you do it good. So you see this right here, if you can see how it grew up out of the fork of this tomato plant, that's called a sucker. So it's this right here, that's a sucker. So you can actually cut that off and plant it, and it will grow. It'll grow into another tomato plant. And I think I'm gonna do that with a few of these. You can put them in water and get them started, whatever. All right, let's do it. All right, this sucker right here, I'm gonna put that off to the side. And you don't wanna skin up, the main stem that you're trying to protect. And the reason that you want to get these trimmed up is because you don't want any of these leaves touching the ground. That's how it gets diseases, or it's one way it gets diseases. See, I got got a tomato on here. See that right there? But we're gonna make this tomato, it's gonna get a big giant stem when it starts to get to maturity. It's gonna get really fat. Okay, you see how this tomato plant right here, so now nothing is in danger of touching the ground. So when it gets just a little bit bigger, I'm gonna lay this over and attach it to this fence with some zip ties or tomato clips or something like that. I have tomato clips, but I gotta find them. So there you have it. That is how you do it. Now, I'm not gonna prune it any harder than this. So when this stem gets fatter and bigger and taller, and it's a mature plant, I may trim it a little bit, but this is the main thing right here, is to get these leaves off the ground. See how I'm just going down the line? Now I know they look like I really chopped them up, but I really didn't. So I'm not gonna have, there's a sucker right there. See this right here? Let me just pinch that off. All right, so this will help in the long run. And when the plant is big and mature, me keeping these leaves off the ground, it'll be a lot healthier plant. While we're talking about plants, let's go over and check on the corn. I still have a little bit of thinning to do, but you see how you've got a main stalk and a main stalk. I hurt that plant, but that's okay. I may just pull this one. So they're too close together. So what I'll do is I'll just pull that out. So they're not all up on each other and touching or anything like that. Just a side note, last year I was out here trimming tomatoes in the same spot. And anyway, I was just throwing the clippings and the suckers and whatever else that I was trimming off. I was just throwing them out on the ground. And one of them took. And I had a volunteer tomato growing up in the middle of the grass out right over in here somewhere. And so I just mowed around it and kind of kept it going and ended up getting a tomato off of it. And it just laid out on the ground. And anyway, it didn't do excellent, but it did make a couple of tomatoes, and we ate one of them before the birds got it. Thanks for joining me today on Surviving in Alabama. Please like, share, and subscribe. Come back, check it out. God bless.